think that in the future I would use a mentorship contract again, but I would probably include the mentee much more in the process of writing so that we had a better idea of what their interests were and where they wanted to go with the project before setting out a schedule or figuring out how often we had to check in. This mentee ended up being much less independent than I was expecting in terms of wet lab work, and much more independent than I was expecting in terms of the broader, higher level questions that we were trying to answer. So I would have set out a different schedule and thought about the experiments in a different way if I had had more conversations with her beforehand.
So I include blank spaces at the bottom of the contract for special requests. So every semester I give students about a week to think about it, and then when we sign they fill in and talk to me about their special requests. It's usually things like learning to talk to faculty, resume help, applying for internships, grad school. So I sit down after I've collected all the contracts, I put all that into a spreadsheet, and we commit to trying to meet all of those things during the semester. There's always, one very unique one. So this semester I have a student who's applying to medical school. A little bit harder to give very specific advice on medical school, but I was able to connect her with the pre-med advisor here on campus, and through some efforts of her and I, we actually were able to get her free preparation for medical school, so for the GMAT. So I take very seriously what they come to me with, and try my best to either organize workshops or have one-on-one opportunities that allow them to advance things that are important to them. Because over the course of the summer semester, they're investing in something that's exceptionally important to my forward progression. So I feel just as committed, if so, I might even say more committed, to making sure that it's also worth it for them too, that they get something out of it. And I think that's one of the criticisms that undergraduates often say for opportunities like this. And I think SMART has done a wonderful job of helping us think about that mentor-mentee relationship in a way that's more permeable. That there's things to give both ways. I think students sometimes complain that they don't get something back. So I try to front end the idea that for the exceptional commitment they're making, they're getting an exceptional commitment back.